What's up, family? So you ever met somebody that was rich as hell, but still didn't matter? Uh, like they walk in the room and people barely look up. And that's because in life you gotta understand something. There's a hierarchy, and you need to know exactly where you stand in it. And see, a lot of y'all think money automatically means power, and you see Elon Musk, and you're like, "Oh, he's a billionaire. He must be one of the most powerful men in the room." Nah, no, sir. That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works. And let me be real with you. There's levels to this, right? Money isn't just a ticket to the table, but power, real power, that's when you own the table. Decide who sits where, who eats, and who's cleaning up after. And that's Trump level power. See, the problem is a lot of people think that money amounts to the same amount of power, but money doesn't amount to power at all. But anyway, let's get into this clip because Elon Musk is back on his temper tantrums like a little toddler. So let's get into it.
Share with you the latest as relates to the commander in chief and the big beautiful bill. And there has been some tension and some back and forth as it relates to this bill with the commander in chief and Elon Musk. Take a look at your screen. This is the very latest from President Donald Trump. He provided this statement via Truth Social. He says, quote, Elon Musk knew long before he so strongly endorsed me for president that I was strongly against the EV mandate. It is ridiculous and was always a major part of my campaign. Electric cars are fine, but not everyone should be forced to own one. Elon may get more subsidy than any human being in history by far, and without subsidies, Elon would probably have to close up shop and head back to South Africa. No more rocket launches, satellites, or electric car production, and our country would save a fortune. Perhaps you would have Doge take a look. Hard, good, look at this. Big money to be saved, end quote. So that's the very latest from the commander in chief. Elon Musk responding on X, formerly known as Twitter. He says, quote, if this insane spending bill passes, the America Party will be formed the next day. Our country needs an alternative to the Democrat Republican uniparty so that the people actually have a voice. Fox News has been covering.
And you know what, family? Remember, Biden was trying to make a mandate on EVs where eventually every American was going to have to automatically be mandated to get an electric vehicle. But Trump stopped that because he understands the market. And the market also demands that a lot of people don't care for electric cars. Some people do. Some people want a versatile approach. They want to be able to have an electric car on their parking lot and also a gas car. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people like the traditional gas guzzling, fast turboing, room, room. You know what I'm saying? V8 engine, smooth Dodge Charger. Nobody want to hear no electric humming. Talk about mm-hmm. Nobody want to hear that like we on some alien um going to the electrical world or coming. What's that word? What's that what's that movie? Um what's that movie called? Future Nobody wants like a iRobot electric vehicle type world. You know what I'm saying, family? Nobody wants to sit there and be all restricted to it being on some ET stuff or Back to the Future or X Machine, that movie, X Machine, there we go, type of thing. Because at the end of the day, when it comes from a business perspective, the market, the customers, which is the consumers, which is the American people, ultimately determine if they really have interest in EVs. But what I was getting to is remember how Biden was going to make that a mandate, and maybe Elon Musk was expecting the same benefit in making sure that EV mandate took place with Trump just because he cozied up to Trump and he realized that Trump look ain't going, and he like, look, my best interest of the American people. Yeah, you have also contributed and added value to the American people and to America and brought business here, and you thrived and you benefited off of the backs of Americans. But at the end of the day, let Americans be able to choose what they want to drive. And if they rocking with you, they rocking with you. But at the end of the day, you're still a successful businessman off the back of Americans. So my this is my theory of it. Trump was like, nah, look, we're not gonna mandate it, but you still thrive and you still can do your own thing with the EVs and all that. It's nice, but we're not going to sit there and make this a mandatory thing for Americans. We should give them options in the job market, which is part of capitalism, and which is why America and its freedoms has been so phenomenal in just being in America in general, right? Because we have a versatile of options. We're not restricted to certain things. We have more freedoms and more versatility when it comes to all the freedoms we have. So it makes me wonder now. Elon Musk is backtracking because the benefits of he want his cake and eat it too. He wants the EV mandate, but he also wants to seek a bigger purpose and make change throughout the world, because when you have so much money, it's not about money no more, especially when it comes to Elon Musk or Donald Trump. The two biggest elephants in the room. They're smart, they're phenomenal, they're alphas, and that's amazing and all. But at the end of the day, you have to also understand the hierarchy, like I mentioned in it, because let's be real, there's levels to it, and money is just a ticket to the table. But when you own the table, you decide who sits, and that's Trump. That's Trump level power. Now look, I watched the creator space, politics, media, and I've seen it over and over again. There's people I don't even like, I don't even agree with, but I still look at them and go, okay, cool. All right, I hear you. I do it to people on a regular basis. I hear you. And you don't gotta like power to recognize it. You just gotta respect it. And Trump, he got the power. Whether you love him or hate him, he moves like a boss. Elon, he's learning what it feels like to bark up the wrong damn tree. And Elon Musk out here tweeting on X like it's therapy, crying about spending bills and government regulation like some Reddit moderator with a Tesla sticker on his laptop. But bro, you're not in Silicon Valley anymore. This is DC. You don't run algorithms here. You don't code your way through the Oval Office. This is hierarchy warfare. Trump gave him the coldest shoulder in presidential history. And you notice that because, man, the man didn't say a single word to patch things up with Elon. He just fell back. All right, I hear you. You having a tantrum right now? Okay, cool. He let him spiral out. He let him crash out. And they always say it's the quiet ones you got to watch out for, because sometimes silence is the best answer. Man, I can't tell you how many people I care for and love, and I realized that I was giving away my life force by constantly being reactive and reacting to everything they say. And they knew that to tear me down, to disturb my peace, because misery like company. But in reality is they having a tantrum and they wanted me to succumb to what they wanted. But I'm like, nah, you got it. I hear you. Walk away. Because I understand that silence could be the best answer. And that's how Trump is moving with Elon Musk. But don't get it messed up. Don't get it misconstrued, because when someone who can just destroy you and just walks away, no beef, no tweets, no press release, just a little smile, you bet that's your cue to panic. Cause let's be honest, Elon Musk, he's brilliant. The dude's the dude's a literal savant, savant. There we go. I gotta get the word out. But he's built Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, probably innovated your Wi-Fi router, who knows? But with all that genius, he's never had people telling him, look, we're not doing this. He's used to being the smartest guy in the room and calling the shots. He used to people graveling and clapping and retweeting every half thought he types out at 3 a.m. But see, Trump, he ain't moved by none of that. You can't outsmart the game when someone owns the board. Trump got that quiet confidence. And I'll break your toy and go play, and that I'll break your toy and go play with the world energy. He could literally kill Tesla with the stroke of a pen, executive orders, policy reversals, EV subsidies going, and it's not even a proposal, it's power. And don't get it twisted. Elon got that FU money, right? Sure. But power don't care about your money. Power rewrites the rules after you built the stadium. That's how much power is, and that's how you know power don't amount to money. Because you can build a stadium, but power rewrites the rules in that stadium that's being implemented, how things gonna be conducted. So take a step back and ask yourself, if Trump wanted to, could he tank Elon's bag overnight? Yes, easily. And that's the difference. Trump's been in the ring with world leaders. Dudes tossing drone strikes like they're Uber Eats orders and stuff. Like that's not something you flex on with net worth. That's global level power. That's make you or break a nation power. That's a make or break a nation power. And Musk out here crying about, oh, the bill. Like it's a group project he forgot to turn in. He's beefing with the people that literally makes the rules. And if the US government wants to phase out electric vehicles and rewrite the climate policy manual from scratch, they could do it. And Elon followers couldn't do a thing but tweet angrily from a Model S. And that's the game. Politicians aren't chasing clout. They're chasing control. That's why you see a Bernie Sanders and a Nancy Pelosi still in office. They don't care to do their jobs. Look at Jasmine Crockett. She's sitting there talking about Donald Trump's wife, another man's wife, instead of doing her job in Congress. But it's just the power that she get with that attention, the power of attention that she gets automatically from mainstream networks like MSNBC, CNN. The power of just having the visibility whenever she wanted is what she really addicted to and really care about. The power. These people aren't addicted to money. They're addicted to deciding what the future looks like. And that's why they got into politics in the first place. Not for checks, but for legacy, for leverage, for legacy leverage, meaning they just playing the long game until they could be set while I'm playing with everyday Americans, everyday average Joe Americans' lives with the power. See, you give a fool power that's ignorant, it leads to destruction. You give a wise person power, it leads to not survival, but thriving. You think it's a coincidence billionaires always end up trying to play president? They know the truth. You can buy everything, but you can't buy power. Now, don't get me wrong. Elon Musk, cool. I love what he do. I love what he done for tech and innovation. But Trump, he plays chess while Elon's trying to build a better chessboard. And I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you guys think. Because look, when Trump walk in, countries shift. Elon walks in, stocks dip. Still powerful, sure, but not that kind of powerful. Let me know what you guys think, family. On that note, family, peace.